What was the emotion when that game was over, when the clock hit all zeros and you guys were Super Bowl champs?
Man, it's just surreal. It's hard to capture. It's like I'm still taking it in, and man, I just want to enjoy the moment because, like you said, man, these moments, we have people come speak to us and you hear from vets like Brett Favre and, even my own vet, Terrell Suggs. And Terrell Suggs played 17 years in the league, and, this is his second Super Bowl that he's won. So, and guys like Brett Favre as well, where a guy wins a Super Bowl and, you would think they go back the next year and they don't, just stuff like that. So it's like, man, it's just a blessing, to get here. The one thing that kept going through my mind was, just losing. My coach was saying, like, the worst feeling is losing the Super Bowl. It's like that's the one thing you remember. And then speaking with other people, they were saying the same thing, So, we have to go out there and get it done, man.
And you certainly did. Frank Clark, Chiefs defensive end, Super Bowl champion now because they got it done. And Frank, for you guys on defense, so many of the headlines written about this team focus on Patrick Mahomes and this offense. How much pride did you guys take, especially in the second half of the season, of the job you guys did on that side of the ball?
Man, we take a lot of pride, because, when you got Pat, at quarterback, he's going to make a lot of things work, with the skill set he has in Trav Kelce, the receiver core, and, our running back. So, on defense, our task this year was, pretty much just to, get to a point where we played together as one. And, we eventually start clicking. We come into a system where it's a brand new system. I know myself and, the other guys who got traded, they come into a system where, it's all new to them as well, just like I came in, it's leaving my whole team coming to learn. And then I come in with a first-year coach for that team, so it was all a challenge for a lot of us. And, the defensive schemes is pretty difficult, Coach Spags, he pushed us a lot. If you know anything about Chiefs camp, man, we go hard, man, and it all pays off, man, in the end. So, man, we're just thankful, man. I'm just so thankful and, man, overjoyed,
Frank Clark with us, Chiefs defensive lineman. Frank, it was the loss to Tennessee. That was the last time you guys lost, when that game went away from you guys. And since that point, Patrick Mahomes came back and he was healthy, but the defense really turned it around. And you were very honest earlier in the year when you said, I'm not playing well. I'm not doing what they brought me to be here. I think it was right after that Tennessee game. And since that time, you and the rest of the defense really clicked in. A lot of people say Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, it takes time to understand what he wants to do in that defense and everybody be on the same page. When did you guys as a defense realize, hey, we're doing our part now, we understand?
Man, you got to really, you got to understand, man. I know it's a lot of stuff that's in-house, but, man, we going through a lot of these injuries and guys trying to battle through them. Myself, I'm going through a pinched nerve issue that I don't really want to talk about with people, you know what I mean? And kind of let that be an excuse to, while I'm kind of lagging in my play. But then again, it's like, it's the truth. I mean, when you hurt and you try to push yourself, as much as I was, this all I was thinking about was this right here. Like, it was winning the Super Bowl. Like, I go see doctors in California, and, my doctor tell me that I shouldn't be playing football for the rest of the season. I should stop and get surgery, to fix my, the pinched nerve in my neck. And it was like, I said, man, I got to really make this decision, So I took some time off. And, shout out to our training staff, Rick Burkhalter, our head trainer, and his staff, Julian, they took care of me and took care of us, man. We went through a patch in the season where a lot of guys was getting banged up. Pat got banged up. Chris got banged up. We lost a lot of our defensive ends. Alex Okafor, Emmanuel Agba. We lost so many people, and then over a short span of time, over like a 2-week period, and it really hurt us, And then me, I was looking at it like, man, I lost 2 ends in my room. Man, if they lose me, that's 3 ends, man. What we gonna bring in 2 people to try to fix this, So that was my main thought, man. So I just kept pushing with, like I said, with this in mind, and to win the Super Bowl. And man, the hard work paid off. We work hard, to put on for the city of Kansas City. We take pride in representing, that arrowhead and that KC on our helmet. So it's just. you know, for us to give that city, you know, its you know, first championship 50 years, let alone, you know, bring home the AFC championship, which has, you know, Lamar Clark's name on it, which, you know, we all know. I mean, Clark Hunt's name on it, which we all know is something that, you know, they wanted so bad, man. Beginning of the season, that was one of the goals, you know, it was to bring home that and win this Super Bowl. And you know, we got the goals accomplished, 2 out of 2 that our owners set out for us. And, man, just pretty dope, man.
Frank, last thing, and we'll let you relax, do whatever you need after a great celebration and a great Super Bowl victory. Talk about the man that leads this team. Andy Reid, so well respected around this league from players and from coaches. Talk about Andy and what he means to you as a head coach and just how he leads this team.
Man, Coach Reid, you know, shout out Coach Reid, man, and getting his first championship as a head coach. You know, it's, you know, been long overdue. You know, you get emotional, man. I get emotional talking about Coach because, you know, Coach, you know, he brought me in, man. It's almost like we had such a long conversation, man. We spoke for like 3 hours. It seemed like 2 hours. It was just about everything. You know, he knew everything about me, how I grew up, where I grew up, everything. And, you know, it's just, he for a man, the type of guy, he's so much of a great person off the field, you know, from being just your coach. You know, and I respect him so much. So it's dope to see a man, you know, get what he deserves.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, more analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.